Hi, this is Zach here with the Bulletin Board Heroes here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Thursday, the 11th of December. Starting off with the FTSE 100, which is still negotiating that resistance line there from last month. That's around the, I suppose, 96.80 level. So the high today near to that particular line. I suppose we've got the line there, just the market rather flat and the line a little bit above where we are at the moment. End of day close above that line. We're looking for 10,000, hopefully as soon as the end of next month. We've got the backing of an extended RSI 50 rebound, so that is a plus, even though we're already at RSI 51, but it's still there. And also the plus point of having looked for support, but actually found it just above a rising 50-day moving average. That tends to be a leading indicator on the upside. Moving along to the DAX, and here you can see that we are also trying to negotiate a trend line, in this case one at around 24,200. And the view at the moment is that an end of day close above that, and it's actually down around 24,150, an end of close above that line should be enough to get us up towards 24,600 plus, basically the highs of the year and October resistance. On the downside, not expect anything worse than an end of day close. The end of day close back below the 50-day line, just under 24,000. Worst case, if there's a rug pull, would be the 50-day line, 23,500. RSI at 58 is in a good place for a new move to the upside. Moving along to the situation at the Dow, and here we had a key reversal to the upside yesterday. So breaking the previous session's low and then breaking and closing above the high of the day. So that was above the 48,000 level. And current view is that we're heading for the top of the channel there, hopefully by the end of this month at 49,000, especially while we're above the 50-day line at 47,000. The cryptos are next, and here we thought we were on the verge of recovery, but haven't quite been able to pull it off. We did actually break a line of resistance there at 91,000. I suppose we're back there again. We're on an uptrend line from back in March, or April, in fact, to be more accurate. That's around the 89,000 level, and we're looking for that to be delivered in terms of any support. If there is an ongoing pullback. Worst case at the moment is down to 80,000, which is looks like the real floor of that rising trend channel from October last year. On the upside, on the right side of 90,000, looking for the 50-day line, 97,700. The problem at the moment is we've had two RSI 50 failures, which normally even one would be a decent sell signal, too, obviously difficult to ignore. So can't rule out a move down to 80,000 if the 88,000 level is broken. Ethereum is next, and here you can see that we've got a situation where we got up to the 50-day line, but couldn't quite get up to the 200-day line, 35.54. Current situation is that we've got a failure in the low 50s for the RSI, which isn't great, but we need to get back above that 50-day line, 33.17, on an end-of-day close basis to give us the move through to the 200-day moving average. Otherwise, it's probably back down to recent support here, just below the 3,000 mark. Gold is next, and here you can see that we're still consolidating either side of 4,200, well above the 50-day line, that 40.97, which is a plus point, and well above that broken October resistance line, currently around the 4,100 level. I want to see a breakthrough 42.50 to give us a move up to as high as 4,600 by the end of next month. I suppose you would argue that the price channel this market's in now is along the lines of what I'm drawing at the moment, so based at the 50-day moving average. And let's see if that can be delivered so we stay above the floor of the channel and the 50-day line over the near term. RSI is 61, so in a good place, and neither overbought or too near the neutral 50 level either. Moving on to the stocks, and the issue of the day at the moment is Ajax Resources. Here you can see that we've managed to get back above our previous target there, around 7.25 pence, and the longer we stay above that, the greater the chance of a move to 12 or 13 pence, which was previously promised. The other point to note is the way that we've bounced above a rising 50 and 200-day lines at 6 pence, and also we've had an RSI 50 plus rebound. So key reversal up here today, and various signals to help this situation go up to as high as 12 or 13 pence after today's acquisition news and fundraise. On to Ascent Resources, which has been rather quiet of late, and that's why it's interesting that the share price has moved. Here we're bouncing off the floor of a rising trend channel. Want to see an end-of-day close above the 50-day line there at 0.46. RSI already above the neutral 50 level, so above that 50-day line. Looking for at least a retest of 0.6 pence, which was September-October resistance. Maybe we'll end the year with a flourish on this particular stock. Only well back below 0.4 pence, really delaying the upside scenario. Moving on to Anglesey Mining, which felt the benefit of a debt restructure. It's also now felt the benefit of a bounce off the 200-day line. Above that, we're looking for a retest of 1.05, the previous November resistance line projection target, best case up to 1.5 pence by the end of next month, while we remain above that 200-day moving average. On to cab payments, which has been such a dog that one almost suspects that not being a dog anymore will actually be good for the shares in the sense that they'll rise rather more than they should have. We had a target here at the top of that rising trend channel from April up to 66 pence. In the unlikely event that we get an end of day close, sorry, that's up to 70 pence. In the unlikely event that we close above 70 pence, next level up would be as high as 90 pence, which is the upper parallel of that rising trend channel. And that could be seen by the end of next month. Ideally, we stay on the right side of 60 pence, whatever happens for the stock or to the stock. Moving along to Cykel AI, where rather against the odds, we've got a potential recovery here. We've had lower lows for December, but the RSI has remained flat, so that's bullish divergence. Initial target here up to the upper 30s, maybe 37, 38 by the end of next month, while we hold above recent support around the 20 pence zone, or at least the low 20s on that situation. Moving along to the next situation, which has been one of the best, well, one of the stars of December to date. And here we've got EQTEC, obviously the Atlantic margin opening up at the moment, even with the Argentine moves as well, perhaps as well. So here we've got what looks like a bull flag at the higher levels above recent support around 19 pence, looking for a retest of 25 pence, which was the best case scenario target that was called earlier in the week, but it'd be great if we can stay on the right side of 19 pence. EQTEC, a rare solid update from the company, or a solid move for the shares of the company. Here we've got a situation where there has been bullish divergence, so lower lows for November, December, but RSI remain flat at the lower levels. Looking for, I suppose, here for a move up towards the 0.17, 0.18 area, which was resistance on the way down, maybe up to 0.2 as a best case scenario. Although obviously this is not for widows and orphans. E-Star, a great announcement today, and here you can see that after a bit of dithering at our first target there, around 2.8 pence, we managed to blow the lights out and looking for the second target, which was promised, up to 4 pence, and looking for that by the end of this month. Ideally, we stay on the right side of today's intraday support, around 3.3 pence. GreenRoc also doing well at the moment, and here you can see that it looks like we'll head for that top of that channel there, 4.25 pence by the end of next month. Ideally, we stay above the 50-day line at 2.6 pence, whatever happens on that situation. A bit more upside for Maytech as well. So we gapped up yesterday, and we've followed through on breaking the highs of that gap around 34 pence. Looking for 42 pence as soon as the end of this month, while we remain above that late October resistance at 34 pence. A requested stock in the form of Narf, and here you can see that after the gap high that we had last week, we're consolidating above a rising 200-day line there at 0.48. The longer we stay above that, the greater the chance of move to 0.9 pence. Hopefully by the end of next month. Maybe we've got to stretch that into February, but that is 0.9 pence area, the 2-3 month target, while we're above the 200-day moving average at 0.48. I presume we're hoping for further contracts from Uncle Sam for that company. Finishing on with ValiRx, where looks like we're in a little consolidation here. We've got double, or we could even argue that's a triple RSI 50 zone. A rebound normally means there'll be a big move to the upside. Last time we saw a triple one was on 100 Utopia, and that did actually triple, I think, the shares at the best. Here we've got the view that above the low 30, so 0.32, looking for the 50-day, or rather the 200-day moving average at 0.52. If you're cautious to wait for an end-of-day close above the 50-day line there just above current levels. That's it for me today. More up tomorrow.